We're heading into the heart of cold and flu season. Last year was one of the most severe in more than a decade. New federal health data shows flu hospitalizations last season nearly doubled historic averages, with more than 127,000 children admitted for flu, RSV, or COVID were reported. Joining us now is Dr. Jessica Klein, pediatrician. Welcome. Good to see you this morning.
Hi, thank you so much for having
Tell us,
me.
why are fall viruses more common in cold weather?
That's a great question. I know every parent is always wondering why there's those few months where their kids just can't seem to catch a break from the viruses. And it's because the colder and drier air actually helps viruses survive better. And when you have colder and drier air in your nasal passages, you actually have less of a defense system against them. And then also think about, like, in winter, you're in crowded rooms, you have closed windows, closed doors. So it's just like the perfect situation for viruses to pass human to human.
And we're taking a look at some of the common signs of flu that parents should watch out for, starting with fever.
Yeah, that's the biggest one to kind of look at. We always tell parents, a lot of their colds and flus can just go away with, some hydration, sleep, whatnot. But things you really want to look out for are fevers that last more than 3 days, fevers in any babies less than 3 months, dehydration, and difficulty breathing.
And also things like the runny nose. You're not sure if it's the flu. How can you tell if you have the flu or if it's just a regular cold or allergies? Is there something very
Yeah,
specific?
they all kind of present similarly, especially in kids, because I know with, adults with flus, we kind of talk about abdominal pain, stomach aches, but kids, they all kind of present similarly. And so really, I just kind of go back to the simples for kind of getting over any illness. I always talk about my 5 S's for kind of the sick season and when you start seeing a type of cold.
And what
And
are
so,
the
like,
top,
I
yeah, what are the top preventative measures that families can take to protect their kids?
Exactly. Like I said, the 5 S's are kind of what I always go back to for prevention and for kind of getting over a cold. The 5 S's are sustenance, sleep, sips, sanitize, and sticking to it. So for sustenance, it's a well balanced diet. And I know sometimes that can be hard with picky eaters and with busy mornings. So if that's the case, I always recommend a multivitamin patch. One that I really like is Barriere, which I'm wearing one actually right now. They look like stickers, so kids love to put them on. Sleep, you want to make sure 9 to 12 hours a night. Sips, you want to make sure you always have their favorite water bottle nearby so they can take sips throughout the day, and even give them like stickers to put on their water bottle, just to kind of give them a reward after they finish a water bottle. Sanitizing, make sure you're washing your hands before and after contact with others, and eating, and then sticking to it. This one's the most important. Consistency is just really key in creating these healthy habits. So we want to make sure that the habits are fun and simple so they can stick to it every day.
What are the signs that parents should call their child's pediatrician?
Yeah, the first thing I always say is, you know your kid better than anybody. So I'd always just trust your gut when it comes to that kind of thing. But real big signs are, again, fevers more than 3 days, fevers for kids less than 3 months, any signs of difficulty breathing. So you'll see like retractions kind of in this area, retractions in the ribs, as well as any signs of dehydration. And the first sign is always decreased urine output.
Dr. Jessica Klein, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.